Everybody ready? All right, Coach, like always, if you want to go ahead and start us off with an opening statement, and then we'll take questions.
Well, we're happy with the win. Certainly, this is the game that starts 4 games in 9 days for us. And when you looked at it coming into the season, a very, very important stretch with 3 of those 4 games being at home. So in the grand scheme of things, a program in Butler that I respect greatly. You can just go down their roster, player after player that we recruited that is on that roster. So there's a great deal of respect, and despite their record and start with a very young team like us, a very dangerous team that usually puts 5 players on the floor at a time that can score. So overall, pleased with the win. It was a game going into the game, a game that when we prepped for it, Butler has been fouling a great deal, and we wanted to win the battle of the foul line, and we wanted to get ourselves to the foul line. I did not think that we were going to combine for 47 fouls in the game, and they did a good job attacking back at us, and we fouled a lot tonight, and we had multiple players in foul trouble in the first half and never really could get in the flow that I thought we could get tonight. But I knew fouls were going to be a big part of the story. Unfortunately, we committed some too, and too many. But because of that type of game, you have consistently seen Butler games be without a flow. And you've seen Butler games where teams struggle because they're starting and stopping action so much. And so in stretches tonight, I thought we did a lot of good things. We found a way to out-rebound a team. We found a way to shoot over 40% from the field. We found a way to get to the foul line. But in stretches, we missed assignments. We turned the ball over too much. And we made some mistakes that I feel like we were growing up and stopping and hopefully curtailing some of those mistakes, and they crept back into our game tonight. So very happy overall with the win, but certainly a lot to work on, but a good start for this very, very important stretch for us.
Curt, what kind of changes did you make in the second half, and especially with the rebound?
Well, we challenged our team. This is a team in Butler that has also been out-rebounded consistently this season by their opponents. One of the common denominators that we both have is we both like to shoot the 3. And so it leaves a lot of people hanging out around the perimeter. So neither one of us are great rebounding teams. But we challenged, hey, if we can't out-rebound this team, we might not out-rebound a team all year. So that was a big challenge. I wanted more balance against their zone of inside touches and outside threes, and I thought we did a better job of that. And we reminded them that in the last game that they played, they had taken about 17 foul shots in the first 7 minutes of the second half. That they were going to keep attacking us, but we felt we could also get to the foul line against them, and I thought we started to get to the foul line certainly in the second half.
When you talk about the play of Alexis and Jeff Slagle in the second half, I mean, if you would please.
Well, the way they chose how to defend us, every game's a little different. We knew going into the game, our post-game would get more catches tonight, would get more open looks. At times, we would be wide open at the arc. We would have some open on our rolls and slips to the basket. And when Lex didn't get to play much in the first half because of foul trouble, we were frustrated because we knew we needed a pretty big night from our post-game. Lex came out and was challenged and had a really good second half. Despite playing 25 minutes, the majority of that in the second half, that's her best game in Falcon uniform. So excited about that, excited about her numbers. She continues to get more comfortable getting back in the flow of it. Just Slagle gave us a spark. She was able to get to the rim for some layups, which we needed, so we just weren't shooting threes. She was able to get herself to the foul line. She played with a passion and desire tonight that I really like to see. She was aggressive.
Coach, generally speaking, the kids who played secondary roles this year, who have to play more minutes this year, are they giving you the progress that you have been looking for?
Well, we're a work in progress. We're not perfect yet, and I think for a while still, this team's going to take 2 steps forward and 1 step back, and then 2 steps forward and 1 step back, and we're going to gradually keep getting better and better. But some habits now are creep back in every once in a while. We got to get back in the film room and watch and challenge them to be better. Our bench was a little bit shorter tonight. No, Yoder didn't get as big of an opportunity. Deborah Hoekstra didn't even get a chance tonight, and we need that bench. Jill Stein gave us a spark, though, with both Danielle and Lex in foul trouble in the first half. Jill Stein gave us quality minutes. Now we got to get those same quality minutes out of Allison.
Well, back to Jessica as a senior, you could almost say she was like a stabilizer in the second half. She kept things calm. I'm not trying to put words in her mouth, but kept things calm and hit some big baskets for you. You have to see that out of your own senior?
Without question. Jillian's coming off of a career night, and the first thing you do is watch the last game. And they didn't give Jillian many looks. She didn't get a lot of opportunities to be a big scorer at the offensive end. We knew coming in that it was going to be more of a post game or more of a wing game, but Jess gave us that stabilizing influence when we weren't scoring. Young teams look around wide-eyed. When you have a 16 or an 18-point lead and all of a sudden it's 5 or all of a sudden it's really a close game again, you can start, to do the what if and, oh my gosh, we let that slip away, and that can sometimes magnify into truly losing the game. Jess was a calming influence in the locker room at halftime, kept encouraging the team, kept telling them that they were okay, and that we just needed to keep battling and keep fighting.
You talk about Chrissy's shooting, especially in the first half, that kind of kept your offense buoyed in the first half.
Yeah, I didn't realize until I got into halftime that she was really the only person that got going in the first half, and her 3 threes were big for us. We got to get her going from the foul line again. She'll be pulling her hair out about that, but she just can score in a different way. She's the one kid that if you make a mistake, she's going to make threes. If you make a mistake with a bad closeout, she's going to drive it for layups. She's going to get herself to the foul line. She's starting to embrace the role as your go-to player. And all that means is you're just going to get a few more calls your way. You're just going to get a few more touches early in possessions. That doesn't mean that she has to be Lauren Verhaspes. She's not Lauren Verhaspes. She doesn't have to be Allie Mann. But she's now embraced it and understands that she's going to be asked to do a little bit more than some of the other players on the team.
You said a little bit ago, it's kind of a fits and starts, 2 steps forward, 1 step back. Today, step forward, step back.
Well, 2 steps forward in the terms that we found a way to beat a quality team. And I don't care what their record is. They're young. They're very dangerous. I think as they continue to mature, they're going to be a very dangerous team. We out-rebounded the team for the first time. So a lot of things there, but I think we all can be honest with ourselves. That was not the prettiest basketball game. Now, fouls have something to do with that, but our play has something to do with that too. And we need to be better. We can be better. So as we got better in some areas, certainly, it was a frustrating game for coaches because we could never get into the flow. 47 fouls. It's hard to get into the flow.